Hey, cycle breakers and barrier breakers alike. Welcome to the Fuck That Bullshit Podcast, where we advocate, educate, motivate, and create a safe space for you to embrace the mental wealth of marginalized and disenfranchised communities. We are serving no bullshit knowledge, tools, strategies, and insights. And yes, we will be entertaining. Our goal each episode is for you to leave feeling empowered, ready to take action and make meaningful choices that pave the way to your abundant mental wealth. So enjoy, like, subscribe, share, and discuss. Make sure you save it too, just in case you want to look back at it and get some more tips and things. The PTBS Podcast is for education, empowerment, and inspiration. It is not a substitute for therapy or professional mental health care. If you're in need of additional support, please reach out to a licensed mental health provider. Warning: the Fuck That Bullshit Podcast is intended for mature audiences only. This podcast contains raw, unfiltered conversations about mental health, social issues, and breaking generational cycles. We keep it real, unapologetic, and explicit because healing and empowerment require honesty. We're going to have strong language and adult themes, unfiltered discussions on race, identity, and mental wealth, challenging bullshit narratives without censorship. So if you're easily offended, this might not be for you, and it's definitely not for kids. But if you're ready for bold, barrier-breaking conversations that empower, educate, and entertain, tap in and let's fuck that bullshit together. Let's go. Hey.
It is what it is, people.
Welcome to the Fuck That Bullshit Podcast. With Brian G. Money Turner and Big Sexy Fred. He got
Big
his
Sexy. Big Sexy is in the building. Yeah, so sexy.
So, how y'all week was?
My week been busy. I'm in a current scenario of moving into a new home. So the coming weeks it'll be it'll look different back here. Have a whole different thing going on. I'm real excited about that. So that's how my week been about boxes, putting shit in it.
Put shit in the box.
U-Haul trucks and shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's all right. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations again on your home.
Thank you.
Congrats. What about you, Big Sexy?
Just working.
Working.
Getting through the week. Trying to get this Thanksgiving thing going.
Yeah.
We said we wasn't cooking a lot, but
you smart, I'm talking about cooking a lot, huh?
Black people, we always end up cooking a lot.
Yeah,
we ain't making
go up in there to get $50 worth of shit. Come out there with $250 worth of shit.
$250. We ain't making no gumbo this year though. Kids gonna be
nah. Yeah, they gonna be on it.
My wife say Christmas, so
you
make the gumbo. I'm not gonna tell her when to make it.
You can't tell her what to make her gumbo. She gonna make her gumbo when she make her gumbo. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make mine.
As long as it's there for the eating.
Yeah, that's right. That's all I care about.
Shit, exactly. You don't want to do it now? That's great. When you gonna do it? All right.
As long as it get done.
Give me a bowl and a spoon. I'm good.
Yeah, that's all right. So Brian had some ideas this week for our podcast. And here you go. Fuck that holy but not heal bullshit. Jamal Bryant is shaking it up, and we is breaking it down.
We gonna have to break it down. You know what I'm saying? And he seems like an awesome fella.
You know what? I think when I'm looking at all the stuff, He seemed like he not the traditional.
No, he's not. Yeah,
He's
I
saying
think
stuff that
I think he over at Newburgh though in
Right.
Atlanta.
Yeah, I believe it is Newburgh. Yeah. Yeah.
And he say a lot of things that pastors traditionally don't say, which I honor, right? Because he challenged some status quos and stuff like that. But Brian, what is it that brought that up for you?
Man, it's the money thing. You know what I mean? Like I was looking at one of his joints on YouTube, and he was talking about the closing of the government closing, people getting furloughed, and he was kind of like, yo, we're gonna put this giving thing kind of on pause.
Yeah.
Because people not working. And I'm thinking like, yo, that's dope.
That's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, yo, man, that's funky fresh. You know what I'm saying? But then the next week he had another guy who wasn't a regular guy from his church. I don't know if he was a visitor. Like, I don't watch him regularly, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know who's who.
Right.
But this guy was basically telling everybody, you got to give in abundance. And I'm like, what happened to the furlough? You know what I'm saying? What happened to the I get it piece? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then I was confused, and I know, and I know Chanel, you shared your view on it, but I've asked other people about the selling weed. No, growing weed. Not selling. Let me say that again. He did not say he was selling weed at all.
No.
He said grow weed on the church property. And I was like, wait a minute. Now, if y'all watch us, y'all know we believers. We just don't believe the way you believe.
Right. We challenge certain belief systems.
Right.
You know?
So with that saying, I'm like, dang, you're gonna grow weed, and I get it to draw people in, but if I'm a herb to herb, I'm a hand to hand herb hustler, then I'm not coming there for the word. I'm coming there for the money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a spot I can grow my shit, and I can sell my shit, and I can make my money. You know what I mean? So I be on the street like I gotta connect at the church.
Right.
Grow your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was trying to get like that full interview so I can see the whole thing.
Right.
And I couldn't find the whole thing.
Right.
But
and I look forward
to be though that the premise of I don't know if he really meant growing weed or not, because I never found the whole thing. But it seems as though he was using that as a because he's like, I'm looking for black men that smell like weed, right? And it seemed like the underlying premise was you can't gather the people in by the traditional means and all that because young people smoke weed, and I want young people in the church.
But young people do fentanyl. So you're gonna start
distributing
fentanyl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like to me, it seemed like some a backhanded way of getting around the quote unquote rules of church or the rules of spirituality. You know what I mean? Because I saw another interview, and I didn't send a clip, but I saw another interview. He was talking to this guy, and he was and it wasn't Jamal Bryant talking, it was the other guy talking.
Right.
He was saying like how things shouldn't be approached in the same way they was back in the day.
Right.
Now I understand that of things changing, but things shouldn't change so much so you don't recognize the thing anymore.
Right. And I think that's been the challenge.
Right.
I think with him is because it seems like I said, I love when people go against the grain, and I love when people try different stuff. But I think there's a problem between the balance for him, I guess.
Right. Well, and see, and that's why I'm looking at him, with that. I'm looking at him like that because I'm looking at him like, are you trying to create a new narrative where you don't have to be held accountable? You know what I'm saying?
And that could be that. It very well could be that. And I was concerned about the same thing. Like I'm gonna start watching more of his stuff.
I said so. I was gonna And I want to send a quick shout out to Trackmasters, though. Trackmasters is a podcast. I watch these young brothers, and ain't all of them young. Some of them about my age. They like to feel young, but I love them dudes. This is a gospel podcast, and that's what brought my attention to it. They were talking about him, and I forgot the other guy's name, but this other guy, but yeah, I learned a lot from them. I just want to send them a shout out though, because I'm gonna tell you fellas, I love y'all podcast that I subscribe and I watch regularly. Yes, sir.
Bet.
Right.
Well, there are lots of different opinions about Jamal, but like what I pulled like was like kind of like different areas to look at, because we've looked at some of these areas ourselves and all that. Right. And the the weed thing was one of them. He also talked about like sex and grown folk gospel, right?
Right.
The church needs a new gospel for grown folks who are used to having sex.
But who's not used to having sex?
Yeah.
Well,
here's what I think. This is what I think. I just don't know about his wording. This is what I think is she's trying to say. Like, just what you said. Everybody is having sex,
right?
And so in the church, stop pretending like people ain't having sex.
Exactly. It's like I love the Lord. I'm abstaining. That's not true. That's not true. Y'all getting booty.
Yeah, you are getting booty, right?
That's how you procreate.
This is how you procreate, and we are creators, right?
And we pros at it.
Yeah,
we do a great job, right? But the purity culture is it's always been a fake culture.
Right. I remember that in junior high. The purity bands.
Purity bands and rings and all that kind of stuff.
Right, yeah.
And we talk about it all the time. You like telling somebody that they shouldn't do something is not the way to get them to not do the thing.
Exactly.
And all that, right? Exactly. The best what I've always done with my children is I just educate, right? This how it work. This what you're looking to get into, all that stuff.
These are the consequences if it goes wrong.
And responsibility, right? Understand, I'm not going to abandon you or nothing. However, you're going to know you got a baby.
Right.
I'm going to take care of it for you and all that. So, but education works way better than, don't you do that or you're going to go to hell.
Right.
It just hasn't stopped anybody from having sex.
Because I got a problem now with Santa Claus.
Okay.
God damn, Fred.
Yeah, no, because Santa Claus get this false narrative in these little kids' mind that all they got to do is put it on a piece of paper,
right?
And they're gonna wake up in the morning and it's underneath the Christmas tree.
Right.
Well, no. I got to disagree with that. First of all, I don't know why we're talking about Santa Claus, but
I get where he's going.
The price, the investment of Santa Claus was you have to be good in order for Santa Claus to bless you with these gifts. But
let's think about it.
But Santa Claus can't bless you with the gifts unless your job pay you enough money for you to go out and get
that's the premise. Because what if I got a poor kid?
Yeah.
He's good all year, busting them grades out. But because Santa Claus,
you want a PS5 and you wake up and there's a pack of t-shirts underneath the Christmas tree.
That child unworthy. I was
and
good.
That's why they say, don't question Santa Claus.
Let's be real. Let's be real though. Let's think about the premise of Santa Claus, right?
Yes.
He's a stalker because he watch you day and night. He see you when you wake, what you're doing. He see you when you watching you while you sleeping. That's
creepy. The whole song. Yeah, then they got a whole theme song on it. I never really thought about the lyrics.
Yeah, I never thought about.
Walk up in your house in the middle of the fucking night. No key, no nothing. Somebody leaving stuff. I don't know. Would you leaving stuff or you taking stuff, Santa? What you doing? And then you supposed to make his fat ass some cookies and milk and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs some Ozempic. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Now don't get me wrong. Nowadays he probably get a little more even stuff out because people leave out some vegetables and things. You know what I'm saying? But he probably get that to the rain. I'm just saying. So like
they do gotta eat too.
Yeah. Let's keep it real about the Santa Claus. But that also brings me around to people that take the Bible literally, right? Because it does that's it's like fallacy because it's the same as the Santa Claus thing, right?
Right. The premise is almost 100.
Exactly. And I'm gonna play this clip because this woman cracks me up, and the way she described the things sounds awesome.
Y'all gonna get me in trouble because y'all keep asking follow-up questions. But the short answer is yes. God loves you so much that he will burn you up for not loving him back. And it's pretty simple, actually, because he created you as a sinner because he loves you and he hates sin. Okay? So he decided what was a sin and then put it inside you. And then you got to get it out, right? So he said, I'll send my son and kill him because the sin I put in you, I hate it. And I'll burn you up for it. And so he sent his son and then killed him so he could get rid of the sin that he put in you because he hates it. But listen, because he loves you. And so he knew, though, when he killed his son, that his son wasn't really dead. He was going to come back again. And when he came back, he was only going to be dead for 3 days. And from Friday night to early Sunday morning is 3 days, no matter what you can count. And so he knew that when he killed his son, he was only going to be dead for the 3 days and he was going to come right back. So he was like, listen, son, you only got to die for a little while, but you can go to hell and get the keys to the pearly gates because they're locked. Because the security, the devil had already been in heaven, okay, and he got kicked out, so they had to put the gates up and lock it. And that's where the keys was at. The devil had the keys to the gate. And Jesus had to go down there and get them. And he got them and brought them back. And he's in heaven with them. And he's going to come back for us when he gets done building our mansions. Because he's the great carpenter. And that's why he had to come to earth to learn how to do carpentry work. So he can build our mansions. And we can go and be with him. And it's honestly really pretty simple. But yes, he loves you so much that he put sin in your heart that he hates so that you could burn if you don't love him back.
You know, wait, hold on. First, before I go any further, the ticker tape thing on the bottom, that's us?
Right here, that's us.
Yeah,
We're fancy.
Where my button at? Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I seen other podcasts with those, and I'm like, I want one of those.
We got one of those.
I thought we had to purchase it or something.
No, it comes with all the I'm gonna show you how to set it up.
But with the tariffs and everything, I thought maybe it was.
It don't affect us.
Oh, that's okay.
StreamYard been upgrading all the stuff and all that.
Oh man, StreamYard is our shout out to StreamYard, y'all. All right, look at that. Oh, girl. Man, we ticker take it. Y'all, we need a Patreon. Fuck that. We need a Patreon.
Oh, I had an announcement. I was gonna wait till the end and all that, but Brian got to go a little bit early today and all that. But like, we got 98 followers on. We got 98 subscribers on YouTube now. Thank y'all, your extra subscribers. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Let's see if we can get it up to 100. We just need 2 more.
Look at that. We need 2 more. A Venus flytrap. Call 2 of your friends.
Call 2 of your friends. Venus. Tell them go to YouTube, subscribe, and follow, and all that, and come.
That is beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
That is beautiful.
So absolutely. But yeah, I like her. She's a therapist.
She is hilarious.
Yeah.
Winner in the first is a tag on TikTok. Go follow her. She's freaking hilarious. She also does like Donald Trump impressions and all that kind of stuff. But I read across that one and I was like, when you put it like that, it's really like it sounds like we feel like it sounded back in the day. As a kid. That's how we used to look at it. And this other one, I'm gonna play this one too.
And if you love Jesus, you could have a mansion in the sky, a big old mansion, the biggest mansion that you've ever seen. You can have it in the sky, and it'll be on top of a cloud, and all the streets will be made of pure gold. You'll be walking on gold streets with a big old house, and it's gonna be angels. They're gonna be all white. They're gonna be white. They're gonna be in all white, and they're gonna be playing a harp. And y'all gonna be floating on the cloud with Jesus. He gonna have nail marks on his. He gonna be like a spirit. His body didn't go, but you'll still see the nail marks in his spirit. Because he going to be up there. And you going to get to say, Jesus, I made it. And I got a big old mansion, right? A huge mansion. And if you don't listen to Jesus and you don't follow him, you'll be on fire. You will burn up, but you will never burn up. You will be burning and you're going to be like, I'm on fire. And you'll be on fire for the rest of eternity. To infinity and beyond, you will be burning and burning forever if you don't listen to Jesus. But if you do listen to him, mansion, gold streets. Would you not walk on the street if it was made of gold? You would. There's gold streets everywhere. There's harps. They be playing them like this. You can have a mansion. Or if you don't listen to Jesus and you don't follow him and you say, no, Jesus, you're not real, you will burn up. But you won't never burn up. You'll just keep burning and burning and I'm burning. But then you won't die. You'll still be already dead and your body won't exist, but you will be on fire. Your soul will be on fire forever. Why don't y'all believe this? Of course it's real.
See, wow, man. See, wow. But
Yeah.
But it brings me to the point you talked about with the money, right? Because that's the narrative is, tithe. Give us your last if necessary, not just your first, but give us your last and all that, so you can benefit later in the sky, right?
Right. And I recently saw one with Jamal Bryant, and he was saying we always talk about tithing. We always talk about people need to tithe, but we don't teach the people in the church how to budget for the tithe. And I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at it, I was like, oh, he's moving on to the next phase.
Next level.
You know what I'm saying? He's moving on to the next phase. We're not just gonna ask you to give us your money. We're gonna teach you how to budget that money out.
So you can give it to us.
We can make sure that we get ours. To me, it's like a tax. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's no different than the way, I mean, we pay taxes right now. We didn't say we wanted to do that shit. No. It's 100% theft. Like you decided you're gonna take my money over and over, and the same money. Yeah. The same $10, you're just gonna take it over and over and over and over and over again. So it's like that. But the unfortunate fact is nobody's actually going to the church to get help. No. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if you're a member of that church, you're probably not going, because the church itself has built up this facade that only the best of the best come here. Exactly. People with money. So people come there people go into the church with that same I'm balling mentality as people go into the club. And as a DJ, I'm telling you, I see broke niggas turn into pimps every time they walk in the club. You know what I'm saying?
I saw one clip where this dude was like, so there's not, and it could have been, I think it was him, when he's talking about like that there are, not as many black men in the church, right?
Yeah, that was him.
And the idea, excuse me, because he says, because the black men that do come into the church are already like balling, like they already up there, they already set up, right. Because all the rest of the black man is fucking working.
Yeah. They got that Monday through Sunday job,
right, and all that. Or the concept of suffering, like the heavy suffering. You got to suffer through. You got to be, oh Lord, like God be sending you through stuff and all that, but you gonna get it in the by and by, which is beyond death, right?
Yeah, right.
And all that. So it's a glorified suffering. I had a clip for that too, but I ain't gonna play it. But like she talked about the idea that suffering is glorified so that you can wait to the hereafter to get your prize in the heaven, in the streets of gold, even though you're a spirit and you don't need money up there. And you need a mansion.
Right. You don't need the mansion in the streets of gold.
You don't need the streets of gold, right? And all that. So you're using earthly concepts to sell me a heaven and all that, but justifying my suffering in the meantime. But the pastor got it, and all the other folks up here got it, and the elite got it. Everybody else got it, except you. You got to suffer for it,
and that's my root issue, That is my root issue. It's not a thing about belief or non-belief or being an atheist or you know, it's not about none of those things. It's just about what they saying. It's like you telling me I gotta get on the Ferret bus to get to Willing Workers Baptist Church every Sunday, but you get to leave, and this never happened at Willing Workers Baptist Church. Let me just put that out there. But but you leave Willing Workers Baptist Church every Sunday in a 2026 blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Well, and pass me at the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? So and then you tell me I gotta wait till I'm dead to have this amount of comfort that you have
right now.
And I'm telling you, it's like politics.
Yeah, it is politics. Man. It's like it is politics. It is politics. It's absolutely politics. Right. There's no way. And we ran across quite a few of these too. And I can play this one right here because that would make sense.
Let me say this, and this is gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. And I'm saying this with respect, okay? All right. Let me tell y'all something. If the religion that they've given us, right? Not the real thing, but the version of religion that they've gave us, if it had any significant power of helping black people or people in general getting out of their current situation, we would have never been introduced to it.
Whoa.
We would have never.
Whoa, pop it up. Say it again, bro.
Listen, if the religion that they've given us, right, if that had any type of significant power or any type of power of helping black people or any people get out of their current situation, we would have never been introduced to it.
Whoa.
If you go look at the Vatican, you see the library of books they done kept from us. Why they ain't give us them books? We all know that the Vatican got all the books when it deals with astrology, numbers. But they took this out, they took that out, put this out, and here you go. And if it, like I say, if the religion that they giving us, their version of the religion, King James, the one they keep chopping up and regurgitating and all this and that, if that version of the Bible or religion had any significant power to help black people get out their current situation or people in general, we would have never been introduced to it.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember sending you that clip. That clip made me stop working. I stopped because he's absolutely right.
Right.
The goal
like that, you're not giving me access to nothing else, but here's something that's gonna help you and save you. And and again, not saying that the Bible is bad, not that like there's great things in there, but like how are you using it? How are you using it? You got me thinking that this stuff in here is literal when it's allegory, the parables, the stories, and people are trying to live according to the Bible as it is in actual text, and it's contradictory all the way through it.
Yeah, but they banking on that's why they didn't want us to know how to read.
Right. This is true.
Because if you reading, that's one thing I can say. When people say reading is power, knowledge is power, knowledge is power. Because once you know,
man, I'm one of them. Yeah, I'm one of them people who was driving down I-10 and was like Claiborne Avenue, next exit, and I would think to myself, "Thank God I know how to read." You know what I'm saying? Like, and you take reading for granted because you've been doing it your whole damn life.
Right.
But it's about what kind of information you're taking in. And it is crazy because it's a play. It is. It's a play. Man.
Because again,
I wish people would.
You can get somebody to read, right, and all that. But like we talk about all the time, it's about your critical thinking, though, right? Because I can read 10,000 things, and somebody gonna say it's this way, and another person gonna say it's that way. So I got to figure out between those things what's best for me, which might be a whole third way. Right. Yeah, right. But I can use all of the information that I get, put it in my little bank up here and spin it around. And then I get to figure out what parts work for me and what parts don't work for me. Yeah. And all that. But when you push a narrative that this is the way and the only way.
Right.
Right.
And look, I've seen that too. Like I've seen where something happened, and I'll go to my super church going people. I jump to those podcasts and they'll say, well, look, And they tend to say this, no matter what the situation is, because it was this one brother, it's this dark-skinned brother, and I mean he's one of those aggressive preachers. I wish I could remember his name. He dynamic on stage, right? And he was like, God is always gonna put you. Oh, I wish I would have sent that clip. He said, God is always gonna put you in a situation where you're gonna need him.
Yeah, I've heard.
As soon as he said it, I'm like, whoa, but why?
I used to believe that, and then I was like,
why? You know what I'm saying? And then when it came back, and these was my people, you know what I'm saying? And when they came back, you know, from the clip, they was like, yeah, that's true. And I want to say my guys on Trackmasters, they was pointing out, these facts. They was like, when we hit 100,000 subscribers, I broke my leg. And another brother on there, his son, had an illness, and another brother, he had lost a parent. But I'm listening to him, and I'm like, look, bro, I trust y'all with the amount of trust that I trust you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it, like what fits, what don't, I be like, no, I don't need that part. But at the same time, I'm like, but what were you doing when you broke your leg?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Were you out there with the teenagers and saying, yo, I'm gonna play you on a game of basketball and twisted your ankle? Because you would have did that anyway. You know what I'm saying? If your parent was ill or was elderly, it would have happened anyway. And if there was of course, if your child is having this type of illness, that's predetermined. That was already there. You know what I'm saying? And to say that, like, everything
that up with this,
it's an attack by the devil. It's not necessarily an attack by the devil, because all of these things did happen. Y'all never stopped doing what you was doing. You didn't have to fight your way through to continue doing what you're doing. You just continued to do what you was doing. You had something happen, you worked through it, and you continue to do what you do. If your car break down, you don't necessarily lose your job. You was late that day.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It's not necessarily an attack by the devil. Goddamn well, you had 293 miles on that Toyota Corolla the day before. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like when the narrative needs to fit, we just fit things into it. Now, I think subconsciously, because if you're rolling just based on if you're doing God's work, then Satan's gonna attack you. But that's almost like saying, well, hey, Pastor so and so, I'm about to get evicted. Can the church help me out with some rent money? Well, because you a strong believer, Brian, that's ain't nothing but Satan attacking you. No, that's me being broke, and I'm coming to you who I gave my money to, and and this is your way of telling me, no, I ain't helping you. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta keep you hard. If they hardwire you to believe like that, so when you start looking like you're drifting, let me bring you back. And then you're hardwired. You've been hardwired since birth.
Since birth. Right. Yeah.
Because with in respects to religion and let me say this, like, it's not that I'm not a believer, but the most thing that religion takes away from you that you can never get back is time.
Yep, I saw that clip too, and I so agree. I was like, there's two different things: it's money and time. That was that.
You can get your money back, but you can't never get your time back. Think about it. Perfect example. Me and Brian, perfect example. Shirley House on Sunday. You had to go to church. You woke up at
all day
7:30 in the morning.
Was there all day?
Get there. You go to Sunday school. Started at 9:30. 9:30 to 11.
Right, church. You was in the sanctuary.
Yep. Church was 11 to 2.
11 to 2.
Yep. 2:45 if the preacher was rolling.
Yeah, about 2:32. Let's say 2:30.
2:30. All right, 2:30.
If there was no program,
because it was a program, that's a wrap.
You can go home.
Yep.
If something was happening at another church, because you got to support the other church. Now you've been gone for 13, 14 hours.
Like what the hell? And then you got Bible study on in the middle of the week. You got choir rehearsal on another day of the week. Like
Our rehearsal was on
on
Saturdays.
the usher board, like all
Yeah.
like it was
Yeah,
all
the
week.
usher
It
board
was all
meetings.
week,
Yeah.
right? And so between, like you say, time, I'm gonna play that Umar clip because that he was talking about that time.
They don't care about black folks.
They ain't about to come in for
Mega church don't care about black folks.
That's what you said.
My problem with black religion is threefold. You take three things from black people that we can't afford to waste
Money.
and can't never get back. Number one is money. You take too much resources.
Time.
Every black church should have three institutions. You should have a school for our kids, a bank to invest in our people, and you should have a community garden to feed our people good food. Every church should have those three. If you are bringing in at least $250,000 a year in tithes and you ain't got a school, a bank, and a garden, you a goddamn fraud. I don't care who you are. Remember what I said, 250K. If you less than 250K, you should still be doing something. But I'm not going to hold you to the same standard. But if you $250,000 that you can depend on annually, you should have some institutions for the people. So number one, they take too much money. Number two, Joe, they take too much of our time. You don't get your time back. You can make that money back. You can't make your time back. Bible study, Sunday service, Sunday morning service, Sunday night service, gospel choir.
Thursday.
Why are you taking all this time and you're not giving us nothing?
Wow.
And the third thing that they take from us that we can't afford to waste and have misused is hope. The black church abuses our hope by constantly making you feel Jesus or Muhammad going to come and make everything right when the time is right. And that's why black religion plays right into the hand of the white power structure. You know why? Because it has black people thinking they don't have to do shit but wait and pray in order to change their circumstances. And that's why Napoleon Bonaparte, and I'm a fan of Napoleon Bonaparte, the white man's greatest military strategist, said what? Religion is what keeps the poor man from killing the rich one.
Yes, indeed.
No, religion ain't nothing but mind control. Nobody has ever opened up a church to liberate people. Churches were created to control minds. You can't show me a religion or a religious organization that believes in free thought and liberation of consciousness. Every religion is a mind control institution.
It's not attached to spirituality.
That's why I didn't.
And that's why there's a difference between religion and spirituality.
Yeah.
Spirituality is about the relationship
Yeah.
between you and your higher power.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and
religion
I
is
mean,
about
and you know what? That's a crazy fact. And but 99.9% of the time, I'm gonna disagree with Dr. Umar. God damn it, that
You can't disagree with it
that
all the
black
time.
bastard was right today, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But
Because
that
after I
is
seen
true.
that clip, I went back and I looked at other religions.
Mhm.
The radical Muslims, when those people go running buildings with bombs strapped to their chest and shit, they don't do it because they getting paid. It's
Right.
because their leaders
They
then
believe-
convince them,
Right.
you gonna get your reward for doing this.
But,
Allah gonna bless
that's-
you when you get to heaven.
Yeah.
but that's a common concept. That's the reason why people in
Yeah.
the military get those pep talks.
Yeah.
That's the reason why the police department is treated with the way they, because it's like one day you're gonna have to do something, or you may be in a situation where you're gonna lose your life. So I need you to know your worth and your value here without me giving you shit. I'm
Right.
gonna tell you some shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's worse in the church because the church is not built around violence. It's not built around aggression. It's not even supposed to be built around taking anything, because remember, stealing is a sin.
Man.
But yet you constantly take it from me. When he said that, the three main things that they should have, that was the part for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, there's no reason you shouldn't have a school. If you bring in that and that goes back to Jamal Bryant. The first thing he said about his weed growing thing was their church has the biggest property, open property area in the state of
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yep. But instead of building a school there, you want to sell some, you want to grow weed. Not sell, you want to grow some weed there. And then say that the reason why you want to do that is so you can bring in people. Just because somebody growing weed on your property don't mean they're coming in the sanctuary. You know what I'm saying?
They all coming in the sanctuary. They're coming for that purpose and that purpose only.
Exactly. They coming in to sell and pick up their papers.
I would have respected it more if he was saying we're gonna grow weed as another form of revenue.
That would have made it. You could have said they was gonna sell it in some way, shape, or form. But like, yeah.
Build a school, build a daycare, a low-cost daycare center for people in the freaking neighborhood. So you ain't gotta pay $600 a week for somebody to just look at your kid while they on freaking Instagram.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And my other, like, there was a lady I saw that she had called 6 different churches and asked for help. And it's not a real situation. She was just calling to see who would help and all that. And she called like 6 different churches and told them she was, her baby didn't have food and this and that or whatever. Can y'all help and this and that? 6 churches told her no, they could do nothing for her. And I think she called, I forgot where else. She called something or somebody else or whatever and all that. And immediately they were like, what kind of baby food it is? What kind of formula is it?
Right. What kind of formula thing? Right.
Can you get over here? Do we need to bring it to you? Like, because that's what it should look like.
Right. Right.
I've been to one church that did that, and that was when I was in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called Momentum. Shout out to Momentum. That when we needed help, when my ex-husband mama died, like they helped me. They gave it, and they presented it like this: we can loan it to you or we can give it to you. It's up to you. If you're able to pay it back, cool. But if you're not, you just let us know.
Right.
My full intention was like, yeah, we're gonna pay it back. But when I realized we couldn't, I just told them that we couldn't, and that wiped clean and all that. But that's why we went to that church, because I told my ex, like, I'm not being a part of nothing else that they just sit between these 4 walls and talk back and forth to each other and then not out the street
Exactly
what Jesus did.
Right, because they can say whatever they want to say. They can run up whatever scripture they want to, but you're asking people to invest into an entity. You're asking me to put my money and my time into an entity where you're going to draw money from, and I'm going to draw hope from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So no. And if nothing else, whether I need it or not, I should be a part of a entity that's doing something for somebody. And not just when it's popular, but just consistently. Because you want me to consistently invest. You want me to consistently show up.
Because that's my other issue too, Brian. Like those that do give, Thanksgiving turkeys or Christmas this.
Right.
Okay, what about the rest of the damn year?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nino Brown gave out goddamn Thanksgiving turkeys.
Baby.
And he was a dope man.
And he was a dope man. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what's the return on my investment?
Right. Because for real, hope ain't. That's what we should have called this show. Hope ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Hope. That's not it. I mean,
so I'm paying for hope. I'm paying for something you can't even give me.
Right.
You're not giving it to me. You telling me the Lord gonna give it to me. Then why am I talking to you? Why am I not talking to the Lord?
Yeah.
Right.
That was my issue. I was like,
whenever I wanted to.
I decided I didn't need a middleman.
Exactly.
But even the Bible says the veil was removed. You don't need even according to scripture, you don't need a middleman. You know what I'm saying?
Still find that in the Bible, can't we? The answers are there, right? It's how you
the Bible has the answer, Sway.
Shut up. But also, I was thinking about the notion he meant when he said the responsibility thing, right? And that goes back to the idea, of course, that
hey
Garcia.
I know I wasn't even gonna try.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Muchas gracias.
Yeah. But we talked about, like, the responsibility level or whatever. And again, that's even contradicting, like you said in the beginning. There's the concept of, well, good things happen to good people, because if you do right, you know what I'm saying, then you're gonna get good. But then when bad shit happened, then it's the devil. Or it's God putting you through some things. So is it the devil or is it God? You just never know. Exactly. But because good and bad things happen to everybody.
Right. All the time too. Constantly.
On the regular.
Constantly.
I'm doing the right thing and bad shit's happening to me. And he fucking over all the people and good things still happening to him. So justify that.
Right.
Yep.
Because I've questioned God when I've done a plethora of great things for people. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm doing everything right, and ain't nothing happening.
Right.
So then I came to the conclusion that I'm just gonna have to do this myself.
Right.
Right.
That's doing the stuff.
Well,
But good
that's
decisions, you're
because
not making good decisions.
you've been doing it.
You've been doing it the whole time.
Yeah, you've been doing it yourself the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
but yeah, that he talking to Chanel. He ain't talking to us.
Yeah, because
y'all ain't gotta make them on. Y'all ain't gotta make them on.
Nah, we ain't got to that point yet. Yeah, we ain't made it that.
Ain't that popular?
Yeah, we ain't got to that point yet where we got to start having makeup artists.
Exactly. These regular lights.
Yeah. I got my bootleg light over here. We don't have that high price lighting.
Might be talking to you, big sexy Fred.
Big sexy. Big sexy. Because Fred said he said it looks sexy. That's what he did.
Yes, I am. My wife told me I was sexy this morning.
But you better tell
okay.
it.
All right.
Well,
now.
you know what? I'm gonna get you some Isley Brothers intro music, man.
There you go.
That's what you need. That's what you need. You know.
I'm trying to find me a theme song now.
I'm gonna use this moment to take a break and let somebody talk about the economic blackout and all that.
From November 25th, 2025, this year, to December 2nd, they're calling it a mass blackout. Not a march, not a protest, no signs necessary. It's 1 week where we pull our dollars out of the system and see what happens when the economy feels the weight of our absence. Because we've marched, we've begged, most of us voted the right way. And now we're just going to sit back and test the one thing this country truly worships: money. See, this isn't the first time we've tried this, right? Economic boycotts have always been the heartbeat of real change. From Montgomery to Operation Breadbasket. When the buses lost money, segregation fell. When companies realized ignoring Black consumers meant losing profit, they started hiring, promoting, and pandering. History has already shown us that pulling our dollars hits harder than any speech, any march, any protest ever could. The timing isn't random. Black Friday is the biggest spending weekend in America. Billions get poured into corporations that barely reinvest in the communities that made them rich in the first place. So from November 25th to December 2nd, the goal is simple, okay? Buy nothing that doesn't circulate back into us. You hear me? Support small, support local, support Black. Because when we withhold our dollars, we remind this country that we're not just consumers. We are the economy. So yeah, the mass blackout isn't about canceling Christmas or skipping joy. It's about shifting power and realizing that every dollar that we spend is a vote for the world that we live in. They've ignored our voices. They've ignored our pain. Let's see if they ignore our absence. We're not asking anymore. We are shutting this shit down. Okay? No spending. If you do need something, make sure you go to farmers market, support small businesses. There's a ton of places that you can go to make sure you support the right people, not corporations. We are done. We're done.
Ooh, you know what? That's the first time I didn't heard her upset.
I've seen her upset quite a few times and all that.
Yeah, all her videos I see, because she got a beautiful speaking voice.
Oh yeah, she does. She really does.
You
That's why I get most of our Black history stuff from.
You'll talk about a voice. Oh yeah. She got a beautiful voice too. Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to add to that it's not usually just Cyber Monday. It's usually the whole week and all that. And I ran across another clip that talked about, like, this is a small section of time, and it's an important section and all that. But the goal is to start weaning ourselves off of that altogether and all that.
For real. Because I've never shopped on Black Friday. I'm like, what?
You know, people used to be killing each other over that shit.
I remember. Yeah, I recall. And I think that was the thing for me.
In the head for stuff that's not necessary.
Yep. Yeah, it's just stuff. It ain't that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's just stuff, and it's cheap ass stuff too most of the time.
For real.
So the decolonization of that shit looks like looking out for each other and shopping with and yes, is it hard? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot better since we started this thing and all that, with ordering things from Black people. I gotta wait because Amazon got us with the 2 days and shit. Or you
Right.
order
That
it enough
immediate
time and
shit,
you
man.
spend $25, you can get it tonight.
Right.
So again, that's that dopamine rush, that's that instant gratification and all that kind of stuff. And it looked like having to wait for stuff and planning. Because now I get my laundry detergent from, I think it's True is the name of it. It's a black laundry company and all that. And it do take a couple of weeks to get to me.
And they on Amazon? True?
I don't know if they're on Amazon. They might be on Amazon. I don't know if they are though. And all that. But I'll send you the link for it.
Yeah.
And I'll put the link in these things here. And also, if you go to Choose an Empowerment's page, we created a resource page that has some places where you can get black items from. And people are collectively, so you won't have to be like, oh, I'm gonna go to each and every website. On that website, they have the other people, kind of like an Amazon thing, right?
Okay.
And all that, I think I want to say Black Nile, but I think it's just the Nile or something like that. But whatever it is, it's on Choose Empowerment's resource page and all that. And I'll do my best to put it in the links for this show and all that, and other shows and stuff like that. But so we can get more resources to know where to shop and all that stuff. Because the more we gather that information, then we'll have the resources necessary to make those changes. And ain't nobody telling y'all just stop cold turkey and all that. We got to wean ourselves off of that. Like this our whole life we've been conditioned this way. So we just got to work on it a little bit at a time and stuff like that. So let's see what else. I ain't gonna get too deep because Brian got to go early tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry.
And so how y'all feel about shutting it down a little bit early today altogether? How you feel about that?
Well, I mean,
we gotta move,
Yeah, I do gotta move,
and all that. So we're gonna wrap up our conversation right now for this show. There will be a talk part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
As always, this here is a part 2. Because we didn't
part 2.
Really a part 3 because I think this is the third one.
Yeah.
And all that. So we're gonna continue to have these conversations because we got 10,000 of them to have and all that kind of stuff. In the meantime and in between time, don't forget to continue.
Subscribe, like, comment because it helps our algorithm. Follow us on all social media platforms. We are on Amazon. Well, everybody but Twitch, and I just found out today that Snapchat is still a thing.
Snapchat is these kids use Snapchat like that.
No,
kids pick a social
we're
media.
not going on Snapchat. We can't do Snapchat.
Yeah, we're not going on Snapchat.
We're not on Snapchat. No.
Yeah, I just found out today. Fred told me. Oh, I thought Snapchat was.
Oh no, they still do that.
Yeah, nah.
They still
I thought it was out of here too. I thought Snapchat was like Vine or some shit now.
Yeah, Vine gone, but Snapchat's still a thing and all that. Also, don't forget that we are conscious and we're aware and we stay prepared and we ain't never, ever scared. In the near future, probably like in January or February, the eternal mother-daughter echoes of us, between us and through us will be back on a regular basis.
Awesome.
And we will also be having more of the men's shows coming up. And we had a really good women's show last week and all that. And we feel like we need to do more of that because men's and women's, we got to get together. We got to earn each other. We got to love each other.
Are we gonna be here next week?
And get past the bullshit,
Spend some time with your loved ones, people.
Yeah, the real is so simple. It's so simple, so easy.
Next week we will not be here, so there'll be a sign to say we'll be back. We see you the week after that, because take some holiday time off, y'all. Just chill, don't celebrate the indigenous, the slaughter of the indigenous, but you can celebrate each other. You know what I'm
saying?
And that family time says you're off anyway, so you might as well.
Y'all off anyway.
Get with your family and fry some chicken.
Exactly. And when your people start getting on your nerves and you realize there is trauma up in the ranks, then you call Choose an Empowerment and get yourself a therapist.
Get your shit together. That's all. Yeah, sorry.
And if you're looking to become a therapist and you are in school for your master's degree and you need an internship, come and holler because I'm looking for some more interns. Let's go.
There you go. And thank you to all of our new subscribers.
Yes.
And thank you to all of our current subscribers.
Yes.
We absolutely cannot do this without you all.
This is
For real.
Know that.
Yeah. Spread the love, spread the joy, but don't spread no bullshit. That's what's important.
Because we're going to call you out.
We're going to call you out. We all going to call you out. Yeah. So remember that we're not here to change your mind, but we're here to make you think. And
there you go.
There you go.
Y'all be safe out there.